Isn't it fascinating? We've sent satellites to orbit Jupiter, but still, many of us can't sit still for 5 minutes without reaching for our phones. We've simulated consciousness with artificial intelligence, yet we struggle to explore the depths of our own. We've built robotic arms with sub-millimeter precision, but we find it challenging to connect meaningfully with the people around us. This is a paradox, isn't it? We've mastered the outer world, yet we are often still fumbling in the dark with the inner one. The more advanced our technology gets, the more fragmented we feel inside. We're more connected digitally, yet more isolated emotionally. Let's think about it. We've mapped galaxies, decoded DNA, and built megacities that light up the night sky. Yet millions of people are walking around, searching for meaning, feeling disconnected from purpose. We've expanded outwards, but have we expanded upwards? The real question isn't, can we, but should we? And more urgently, who are we becoming? Now, some might scoff when we talk about the new Earth. They imagine a utopia, floating gardens, people meditating under glowing trees. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about a mystical realm. We're talking about a fundamental shift in consciousness shift that is not just possible, but necessary. It's not about where we are, but who we are and who we choose to become. It's about recalibrating our behavior to align with science collaboration, sustainability, empathy. We're talking about a shift from fear-based thinking to one focused on long-term planetary health. This new Earth is not a place we have to travel to. It's not out there. It's here, within each of us. It begins with a choice to let go of the old mental patterns that no longer serve us and to evolve into something more aligned with the universe. This isn't some idealistic fantasy. It's about change real, tangible, personal change. And to get there, we need to release the 5 burdens we carry. The first is fear. Now, fear served our ancestors. It kept them alive, alert to danger. But today, it's become more of a lifestyle than a tool. Fear saturates the media, fills our conversations, and paralyzes us. In the brain, chronic fear actually makes us less creative, less empathetic. It hijacks our higher thinking, keeping us in survival mode. If you want to rise to a higher frequency, you've got to stop feeding that fear. Understand it, confront it, and break free from it. You're not in immediate danger. The world is simply evolving faster than our brains have had time to catch up. The second burden is materialism. Let's face it, we are richer than any civilization in history, yet many of us are spiritually starved. We accumulate things, chasing products as if they define our value. But here's the catch. What happens when our identity is built on things that can break or become obsolete in a few months? When that happens, we crumble along with them. The new Earth isn't asking you to give up wealth, it's asking you to be free. Free from the grip of materialism to redefine what's valuable. Stop measuring yourself by what you own and start measuring yourself by what you contribute, your impact, your energy, your legacy. Next, we need to let go of judgment. From space, there are no borders, no races, no religions, just one pale blue dot floating in a sunbeam. Yet we create divisions down here, fragments that fracture humanity. Judgment is a shortcut to superiority. But science tells us this: all matter is made of the same subatomic particles. We are all connected. When you see others as reflections of yourself, not threats, you break down the walls that separate us. The new Earth needs unity, not uniformity, but harmony. The fourth burden to release is limiting beliefs. We all have them. They've been programmed into us since childhood. You're not smart enough. You're too old. You're not ready. But here's the thing. These are not facts. They are stories we inherited from the world around us. But beliefs are plastic. They can be rewritten. The moment you challenge your limiting beliefs, you change the script. The new Earth begins in your mind when you choose to believe in something higher than the limitations you've been taught. And finally, we must let go of resistance to change. The universe is always changing. Galaxies collide, species evolve, yet we resist change like it's the enemy. But resistance to change is resistance to life itself. You can't evolve by holding on to the past. To thrive, we must become flexible like water, always flowing, always adapting. So, where does this leave us? It leaves us with a choice, a very real, very urgent choice. Will we keep dragging around the same baggage, playing by the same outdated rules, or will we rise? Will we evolve technologically and consciously? The new Earth is not a far-off dream. It's a shift in our behavior, in our thinking, grounded in science, sustainability, and collective responsibility. And you don't need to wait for anyone else to make that shift. It begins with you. It begins with the courage to let go. Because here's the thing, the universe doesn't do shortcuts. Stars don't form overnight, trees don't rush to grow. The cosmos works according to rhythm, scale, and integrity. So why do we expect our personal evolution to be instant, effortless, or always comfortable? Growth involves discomfort. But discomfort doesn't mean failure. It means transformation is happening. But let's be clear, freedom is not the absence of structure. A planet needs gravity to hold itself together, and our consciousness needs principles to stabilize its trajectory. The new Earth requires new agreements. I will choose cooperation over control. I will choose creation over consumption. I will choose empathy over judgment. When enough of us make these choices, the systems around us will begin to change, not by force, but by resonance, by frequency. So, I ask you now, what world do you want evidence? What future do you want to prove is possible? Because the new Earth won't be built by the loudest voices. It will be built by the ones who are most aligned with the principles of sustainability, cooperation, and empathy. This is the shift. And remember, this isn't just an idea, it's physics. The universe operates by resonance, by frequency. What you resonate with, you amplify. So, what are you amplifying? What world are you choosing to create with your thoughts, your actions, your choices? This is your invitation to step into a future that aligns with the laws of nature, with the wisdom of the cosmos. Because the new Earth is not some distant ideal. It's the future we create right now with every choice we make. Welcome to work. Welcome to the new Earth. This version uses a more engaging, thought-provoking tone typical of Neil deGrasse Tyson's speaking style, while also maintaining clarity and accessibility for a broad audience. Let me know if you'd like to fine-tune any parts further. Let's continue the journey to this new Earth. Think about the incredible scale of the universe for a moment. We are a tiny speck in the vastness of the cosmos. Yet, somehow, we have the ability to think, to reflect, and most importantly, to act. In this immense universe, we are not insignificant. We are capable of extraordinary things. And with that capability comes responsibility. You see, the universe doesn't ask us to be perfect. It doesn't require us to have all the answers. What it asks is this: are we willing to evolve, to confront our own limitations, and through that, create something better, not just for ourselves, but for all of us? The new Earth is not about perfection. It's about incremental, conscious evolution, one step at a time. We tend to look outward to wait for an external force to change our circumstances, whether that's politics, technology, or some higher power. But what if I told you the most powerful tool for change is not external at all? It's internal. It's your ability to change your mind, to alter your perception, to realign your values. It's the small, everyday choices you make that, when compounded, lead to systemic transformation. Because let's be real, change doesn't happen all at once. It's not an overnight shift. The stars don't explode in an instant. Planets don't form in the blink of an eye. Evolution takes time, persistence, and most importantly, intention. That's how civilizations evolve, how species adapt. The same is true for us. If we want to align ourselves with a future that's sustainable, that's compassionate, that's in harmony with the planet and the cosmos, we must act with intention. And that means confronting our own biases, fears, and attachments, and choosing to let go. So, what can we do to start? We begin by acknowledging that we have the power to choose our response, to choose our behaviors, to choose what we put our energy into. It's about aligning our actions with our highest values, not just on a personal level, but as a collective. The New Earth is not just about saving the environment, it's about saving our own humanity. It's about creating a world where people are not just surviving, but thriving emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually. And here's the truth. It starts with us. The future isn't some abstract thing that's going to arrive one day. It's being built right now in every moment, in every choice. Every time you choose empathy over judgment, contribution over consumption, cooperation over competition, you're laying the foundation for this new Earth. And the beauty of it is, the more you align with these principles, the more they begin to resonate with others. Your energy creates ripples. Your actions send out a signal that reverberates through the collective consciousness. You are part of a greater system, and every small shift you make matters. This is how we begin to change the trajectory, not with grand gestures or complex solutions, but with the simple, everyday choices that align with the laws of nature. Choices that honor our interconnectedness, our shared responsibility, and our capacity for compassion. When enough of us make these choices, we shift the collective field. We shift the very frequency of the world. This is how real change happens. But let's not sugarcoat it. This process will be uncomfortable. Change is never easy. It challenges our beliefs, our habits, and our comfort zones. But if we truly want to evolve, if we truly want to step into the new Earth, we must embrace this discomfort. It's a necessary part of the process. It's how we break free from the old, outdated systems and create something new. It's how we grow. So, here's my challenge to you. What can you let go of today? What old belief, old fear, or old attachment can you release in order to make space for something greater? The universe is calling on us to evolve, and it's not waiting. We don't need permission. We don't need to be perfect. We just need to begin. And the moment we start, the world will start to shift too. We don't have to wait for the stars to align. They already are. We are the stars. We are the shift. The new Earth is not a distant dream. It is the reality we create, one choice at a time. So let's choose wisely. Let's choose to rise. Let's choose to evolve. Let's choose the new Earth. One of the most profound things about the universe is its constant motion. The cosmos never stops. The planets orbit. Stars are born and die. Galaxies collide and new ones form. There's no pause button. And in the same way, evolution, the process that brought us here, is ongoing. If we don't evolve, if we don't adapt, we risk falling out of sync with the world around us. It's a cosmic law. Those who adapt, who align with the rhythm of change, survive. Those who resist, they get left behind. Now, think about that in the context of our modern world. We're living in an era where change is happening faster than ever before. Technological advancements, cultural shifts, and the challenges posed by climate change are pushing us to evolve veto, think in new ways, to live in new ways, to behave in new ways. The question isn't whether change is happening, it is. The question is, are we ready for it? Are we ready to evolve our minds to match the pace of innovation? Are we ready to change the systems that no longer serve you systems of inequality, environmental degradation, and unsustainable consumption? Because the Earth is not waiting for us to catch up. It's moving forward with or without us. We need to recognize that as individuals and as a species, we are not separate from the systems around us. We are part of them. Every action we take, every decision we make, sends ripples out into the world. Our choices influence the systems we live in, just as the systems shape us. This is why we need to rethink how we operate in the world, because the choices we make today determine the world we live in tomorrow. Now, I want to make this point clear. This isn't about perfection. No one is asking you to have all the answers or to be flawless in your actions. The new Earth doesn't require perfection. It requires intention. It requires a willingness to see the world as it is, to acknowledge the flaws in our systems, and to choose to do something about it. It requires the courage to be honest with ourselves and the world, to ask ourselves, how can I align my actions with the future I want to create? But it's not just about the big choices. The new Earth is built in the small moments, in the quiet decisions we make every day. How do we treat people? How do we spend our time? How do we use our resources? These small actions over time add up to something greater. They are the building blocks of a new way of living, a new way of being. And here's the good news. We're not alone in this. The universe is on our side. The laws of nature, the forces that govern the cosmos are built on cooperation, balance, and interconnection. Everything in the universe operates as part of a larger system. A galaxy, a planet, a tree, a human, all of us are connected. When we align our actions with these natural laws, we amplify our efforts. We become part of the larger pattern of evolution, working with the forces of nature rather than against them. So, how do we align with the forces of nature? It starts with a shift in consciousness. It starts with understanding that we are not separate from the earth or the cosmos. We are part of it. And when we begin to see ourselves as part of the whole, we start to make decisions that benefit the entire system, not just ourselves. The new earth isn't about doing less. It's about doing more of what truly matters. It's about shifting our focus from individual gain to collective well-being. It's about recognizing that we are all connected, that our actions have consequences, and that we have the power to create change, not just for ourselves, but for the world. And this doesn't have to be hard. It can be as simple as choosing to be more conscious of where your attention goes. Choosing to focus on what really matters in the people around you, on the planet, on the future we want to create. When you align your attention with what is truly important, you begin to see the world differently. You begin to see the possibilities for change that exist all around you. The universe is calling us to step up, to choose the new earth, to be part of the shift, to take action not tomorrow, not someday, but today. This is our moment. The time to act is now. We are not powerless. We are not too small. We are the shift. Every choice, every action, every thought that aligns with the principles of the new earth creates a ripple that spreads out into the world. And when enough of us choose this path, when enough of us choose to live with intention, to live in harmony with nature, to live with compassion and empathy, then the world will change. So I'll leave you with this question. What will you do today to align yourself with the new earth? Will you choose fear or will you choose love? Will you choose materialism or will you choose meaning? Will you choose separation or will you choose connection? The choice is yours. Because the new earth is not a distant dream. It is the reality we create right here, right now. It begins with us. It begins with you. Welcome to the new earth. Welcome to evolution. We're living at a unique point in history, a moment in time where we have unprecedented access to information, to technology, and to one another. We have the tools, the knowledge, and the power to change the course of our future. But with great power comes great responsibility. And it's not just about harnessing this power for our own benefit. It's about using it to build something greater than ourselves, something that aligns with the laws of the universe and serves the well-being of every living being on this planet. Think about this. We can send a rover to Mars and send satellites beyond our galaxy, yet we still struggle with fundamental issues here on Earth, issues like inequality, environmental degradation, and mental health crises. This is a disconnect. We've expanded our reach into the farthest corners of space, but we haven't yet fully expanded our understanding of how to live together on this small, fragile planet. It's time we bring the same level of curiosity, creativity, and collaboration that we apply to our exploration of the cosmos into the way we interact with each other and with the planet. The new earth isn't about reaching for something that's far away. It's about turning inward and reimagining what's possible here and now. It's about evolving not just as individuals, but as a collective. This is where science meets spirituality. This is where reason and compassion come together. This is where we realize that the universe isn't just out there, it's right here in the choices we make every day. But in order to make those choices, we have to be willing to ask tough questions. We have to be willing to look at ourselves honestly and ask, what am I doing to contribute to the world I want to see? How am I aligned with the principles of the new earth? Am I holding on to outdated ways of thinking, outdated beliefs, or outdated systems that no longer serve me or the world around me? The truth is, change isn't easy. We're creatures of habit. We like the familiar, the comfortable. But if we continue to do what we've always done, we will continue to get what we've always gotten. It's up to us to break free from those old patterns. It's up to us to rewrite the story. And that story begins with each of us. So let's take the next step together. Let's make a commitment not just to the world, but to ourselves. A commitment to align our actions with the new earth. A commitment to let go of fear, materialism, judgment, limiting beliefs, and resistance to change. A commitment to embrace empathy, creativity, collaboration, and sustainability. Because here's the thing, the universe is constantly evolving. It's always moving forward, always creating, always transforming, and we are part of that transformation. We are not separate from the universe, we are expressions of it. And as expressions of the cosmos, we have the ability to shape the future, not just with our minds, but with our hearts, our actions, and our consciousness. The future is not set. It's not determined by some cosmic destiny or external force. The future is ours to create right now through the choices we make today. And those choices, those small, seemingly insignificant actions, are what shape the world around us. They ripple outward, influencing not just our lives, but the lives of others and the systems we interact with. So, I ask you again, what will you choose? Will you choose to stay stuck in the old patterns, or will you choose to evolve? Will you choose fear, or will you choose love? Will you choose separation, or will you choose connection? The new earth is not some distant dream. It's not some abstract concept. It's a reality that's waiting for us to create it. It begins with us. It begins with you. And let me leave you with one final thought. You are not just a passive observer in this universe. You are an active participant. Your actions matter, your choices matter, your thoughts matter. You are a co-creator in this grand cosmic experiment, and you have the power to shape the future, not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. The new earth isn't waiting for us to catch up. It's waiting for us to choose it. And the moment we choose it, we begin to build it together. So let's step forward. Let's rise to the challenge. Let's align with the frequency of the new earth and begin the work of transformation. It starts with each of us, and it starts now. Welcome to the new earth.